You might think this is odd, but this, my friends, is a regular day at the Hussein household. You see, we're a family of 6, and with each kid comes an entirely different set of messes. Take my second youngest son. He loves cereal, and no floor is safe from him.
Dude!
My oldest son, well, he loves honey. Talk about sticky messes.
Oh my god.
As for my daughter, well, let's just say she's prone to getting sick, so you may find tylenol stains that's been on the floor for a while.
I love how you're like shivering to add to the effect. Love it, Mari.
And as for my youngest son, well, if there's anything on the floor within his reach, it's going straight to his mouth. So to handle a home like this, you need something absolutely heavy duty. And that's where the Dreamy H14 Pro comes. It vacuums, it mops, it's loaded with features like 18,000 Pascal suction power, hot air drying system, a full color LED display up top, and an app to bring it all together and give you ultimate control.
That is actually super impressive. Completely gone in a matter of like seconds. I'm impressed.
Also, this tylenol stain, I kept running the vacuum mop over it a few times and it was able to get the really hard to get sticky stain out. But what actually surprised me here was this mat actually has grooves and it was still able to get everything out.
It's funny how as you grow older, you find like tech like this actually more exciting. So I guess I'm getting old. So today we're gonna be talking about the Dreamy H14 Pro, and this thing is, it's pretty cool. Here are some of the features that I actually genuinely liked about this thing. So let's get into it. First and foremost, let's go to my bed. So one of the issues with like vacuum cleaners in general is like getting into like tight spaces like this. Like, it's definitely kind of tough. That's where one of the big pros with this particular vacuum comes in. The way that it can lie flat, I don't think I've seen any other vacuum do before. Let me show you what I mean. This thing gets flatter than me, okay? And that's saying something because of my rock hard abs. Like, look at this. This is the thing. You can vacuum the floor with this being this low to the ground. Part is actually like a roller ball here on the back. So when this goes like completely flat to get under this bed, you're not scratching up like the entire bottom of the thing because it's only making contact with the roller ball over there. When you turn this thing flat, you don't actually lose any suction power. Now this is regular vacuuming and you can now hear for it. There'll be like no diminution. Look at that, the suction power is still going. And still going strong. Now that is possible because Dreamy has implemented this new technology in this thing called liquid separation motor. It's like this thing over here. It prevents the dirty water that's inside this tank from going back into the actual suction component, which is what usually happens with these vacuums. When you're doing those like angled like vacuuming moves, then you just end up losing a lot of power. Thankfully, not with this guy. Okay, so let's talk about what we actually get in the box. Now, along with the actual vacuum cleaner, you do get like an extra filter. You also get an extra roller, and then you also get some liquid that you can put. Now, this is the detergent solution that you're gonna put, and I'll show you how that goes in. You also get this neat little brush here. Now, looking at this actual machine, at the front, you have your water component here, which just pops out like this. This is where you can fill up your water. And you also have the detergent filling compartment here. Basically, in order to put this in, you gotta measure out how much ever you want. And then we're just gonna go ahead and pour that in here.
And the cool part is you don't have to worry about how much cleaning solution you actually use because the vacuum is smart enough to distribute the cleaning solution automatically and adjust the water levels and power levels accordingly.
But look, at the end, after it's all said and done, for a vacuum and a mop, the key thing for this thing is it's gotta suck. And I got news for you guys, this thing sucks. It's got 18,000 pascals of suction power, which is actually rated like one of the highest in this form factor. Having this combo together is like a game changer. This thing's just like one shot, like 2-in-1 situation here. I'm gonna show you guys like an example with like coffee, how it picks up. Then we're gonna do like ketchup again, which is slightly more viscous, but then we also have like this, which is tough spill to kind of clean up. So let's see how it does. First up, we're gonna go easy mode. We're gonna use some coffee. We're gonna just spill it right over here. Let's go ahead and, oh wow, that was accidental. Oh man, that's too much. I don't wanna waste that much coffee. Just put it back. Nobody will know. Round 1, coffee. Turn it on. Okay, not bad. All in all, coffee, pass. Okay, now for the fun one, ketchup. Look at that. Not even a drop left. Man, the ease with which it picked it up in, pretty cool. Okay, so this next one I'm a tad bit worried about because I've had vacuums before that struggled with like liquid like this. Now this does have like a suction mode, which is what I'm gonna put it up on and hopefully see if this works. Here it goes. Oh, wow. Look at that. Okay, so that worked surprisingly well. Like I was actually very impressed at how quickly it cleaned it up. Pretty good job. Now, because the roller on this vacuum actually extends closer to the sides, you won't actually see that annoying strip of dust that just gets left along the wall. This does something called dual edge cleaning, which means that even if you have debris along the baseboard, then the vacuum is going to be able to pick it up.
Why does it smell like coffee in here?
Smells like coffee. Does it smell like ketchup as well by any chance?
No, I smell ketchup.
Now, I love when companies do like these like subtle like quality of life improvements with their products. Like for example, in this thing, you also have like this like LED light bar at the front so that if you're cleaning in like hard to reach places or let's say you're cleaning at night with no light on, I don't know, let me know in the comments if that's you, but I mean, kind of weird. Either way, this thing's got you covered. Like the light bar is pretty bright. Okay, so the top of this display isn't just for show. This gives you a lot of pertinent and important information for you, including your battery life at the right side, and then you have this nice, neat little graphic right in the middle, and you have your modes over on your left side. Now, on the middle of the display, while you're vacuuming, you'll actually see color rings here, and it will shift between red, which means heavy dirt, to orange, moderate dirt, to green light, which is just light dirt. Now, as the name suggests, your auto mode is going to be your just auto cleaning. Then you have your ultra mode, which basically uses electrolyte water as a disinfectant to basically clean up whatever you need to do. Then you also have that suction mode, which if you just want to suck up water like we did earlier. And then of course you have your custom mode, which we're going to talk about right now, how you can set up. Now, speaking of the app, things can actually get quite nerdy here. When you actually jump into the Dreamy app, there's tons of stuff you can do here. For example, if I go into custom mode, then I have a bunch of different options on how exactly I want my custom mode setting on the vacuum to run. And each of these modes will actually control how much noise and how much suction power is actually being generated by the vacuum. Okay, now one of my absolute favorite things about this vacuum are these wheels. And not only are they like super big and chunky, but they also do something special. They're self-propelling wheels. And this is actually a huge deal for me now that I've experienced this. Let me explain. Self-propelling wheels are absolutely clutch. It's because when you're vacuuming, usually a lot of vacuums will either have like no motion and like the wheels won't propel you and you kind of just got to use your brute force while you're pushing, or they'll have like only on forward. Like when you're going forward, the wheels will kind of have momentum and it'll help push it back. But when you pull it back, then you got to use your own strength. With this, the wheels work both ways. So when you're pushing forward and when you're pulling back, the wheels are using the propeller motion. I love that about this vacuum. And look, here's the best part. Once it's all said and done, just look how dirty this thing is. Like, and that's because we have like coffee stains here, we have like ketchup stains here, we have like all sorts of stuff. I don't want to clean that. All I got to do is dock this back onto the station and it will not only charge itself up, but it will also clean the mop head and everything like that. And it will also dry it with hot air and water. So you see how it's rolling both ways? It first rolls this way, then it rolls the other way as well. This is in order to help get all the hairs and everything out of the actual brush. It's docked. You have two different options. You have a quiet dry mode, which will take about an hour, but it'll dry the mop and it will clean the mop quietly. Or you have a 5-minute quick dry mode, which will literally blast this thing and make sure that it's dry and good to go in about 5 minutes. Completely forgot to show you guys. This is like the used water tank. So let's go ahead and actually see how we actually empty this guy out. Oh, that's dirty. Look at that. And you can also use this as a sift if you wanted to do this in the sink and just get rid of all the water and then throw all the debris in here. But I just like just dumping everything out in here. Okay, now for the moment of truth. Dun, dun, dun. Okay, so the drying cycle just finished. And now we're going to try to see how dry it actually is. So we're gonna go ahead and take off this top portion here. Oh yeah, that's quite dry. So you can see I'm gonna go ahead and put this on top. Look at that. No water. Napkin is still dry. And there you have it, folks. the Dreamy H14 Pro, a wet and dry vacuum that sucks a lot, and also mops, and also hot air dries itself, and can also go flatter than a gluten-free pancake. It pretty much does everything you need it to do. And honestly, look, I love robot vacuums and stuff like that, and they have their place, but something about just getting down to it and just cleaning something on your own, or like handling spills, or just cleaning a room really quickly, just the old-fashioned way. And also it's got a pretty large water tank, as well as battery life has been fantastic on this. So overall, I think this is a great option. Like, if you're in the market for a wet and dry vacuum, then you might want to consider this guy. I'm gonna have this linked in the description down below. There might be a special discount code just for you guys that watch this video till the end. So make sure you guys go ahead and check out that link down there in order to make sure you get that discount. But yeah, let me know if you have any specific questions about this wet and dry vacuum, and I'll try to answer it in the comment section down below. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.